What is going on, everybody? Go ahead.
Usually you go,
All right, my
this is
bad.
B Red, and
This is poor therapy. I'm B Red. Go ahead.
and I'm Postman.
Good Lord, wait a minute. Your thing is.
I'm Postman. The echo is very bad.
All right, say it.
I'm Postman. Man, the flies in here are awful.
Say it.
Hello.
Say it.
Hello.
All right.
That's not so bad. That's better. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. We have them every now and then.
We are not professional.
We're definitely not professionals. We're just two regular guys just trying to talk to people.
There's a couple of good old boys.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. So,
what you got on the agenda?
all right, so I do got one political post. I'm trying to stay out of the politics and everything because that's not how I really want this.
Not the vision you have.
Yeah,
for
it's
this channel?
not. Yeah, it's not the way I want it to go. But we have a new pope.
Yeah, an American pope.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy though? An American pope.
Yeah, a little bit. It almost doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm glad that it's more like world friendly and whatnot, but I just would have assumed like an Italian or Spanish, hell, even a French.
I was definitely thinking Italian. It was like Italy and the Vatican, they're right there. Yeah. But I don't know, American Pope.
An American. What's his name? Leo? Pope Leo?
Pope Leo the 14th.
The 14th.
Now, I don't know his actual real name because these popes have actual real names before they adopt their pope name. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah. So if I had my phone on me, I would just ask ChatGPT, but I'm currently.
You think you rely too much on ChatGPT?
I think I do. I have been using it a crap ton. Like I used it to take apart my pressure washer. Told it what was going on or whatever, and it sent me like a diagram of how I got to take it apart and like what goes where. I mean, it's pretty efficient. I'm not gonna lie.
Imagine when all that's just in your brain.
I know that's gonna be crazy. Like we'd be able to just fix whatever we want. But yeah. So we got a new pope. If anybody's ever went down some rabbit holes, you'll know that this pope, hypothetically, might be the last one. I don't know if you went down that rabbit hole. Have you went down that rabbit hole?
I have not.
All right. Well, I can't remember who prophesied, but somebody prophesied all the popes.
Okay.
And the last one that he prophesied was Pope Francis.
Okay.
And he said after Pope Francis, it would be the start of like the Antichrist or whatever. And so now people are like freaking out because Pope Francis died, and now we got this new one, and he's American. So I don't know what that means, but yeah, just I don't know. I think that's pretty crazy. I'm not Catholic or anything, but it's kind of neat. What I want to know is what the Vatican has in their vaults, because in like the World War Wars and all that stuff, they were just taking stuff. They were just putting stuff in there. Apparently, they got like a bunch of like what's that? The Spear of Destiny and the Covenant of the Ark and all this other stuff. That's apparently where that stuff is located.
I wonder what the Spear of Destiny was made out of. Like bronze, you think? Or iron? Do you think steel? I don't know. I don't know what age
I think it was
Jesus
bronze.
in. I want to say bronze. Bronze feels
bronze.
right.
I think it was bronze.
These flies are killing me, dude.
I got a fly trap.
Oh, I see it, man. I see it. It's right there.
And did you eat onions or something?
No. I didn't.
But,
I did eat a lot of fucking chicken though. We went to Chick-fil-A and I got a 30-piece chicken nugget.
Okay. Chick-fil-A is not very good for you.
I don't care, man.
Have you seen the ingredients in that?
The peanut oil and everything. Give me all that.
Wow. But God, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about the Vatican. Uh, doesn't matter. It's not important. How was your week this week?
I don't want to talk about me. How are you?
My week was pretty interesting. So, the crappy part, both kids were sick.
Mm.
So
What's what? You think just allergies?
it was just a viral, 24-hour viral bug or whatever. But one kid had it one day, and the other kid had it the next day, and so we had to deal with that. Um, but I had a weird, like, I don't know what you would call it, like a realization or
epiphany.
Yeah, epiphany or something. So I was sitting there, I was playing Diablo 4.
Okay.
And I got into like this mood of like, you know what? I need to stop messing around and I need to actually try to get like followers and everything for the podcast so that it can eventually work. So we have less time talking to each other and more time just talking to people. And like that's what I want to do. I just want to talk to other people and, you know, just talk about their stories, their life problems, all this. And then we just give them our crappy opinions and poor therapy or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? I need to, get on this. So I just started looking like a bunch of TikToks on how to get better videos and how to get more followers, this and that. And then I signed up for TikTok Shop. Do you know what that is? I have no idea. So I've been racking my brain for the last 2 days trying to figure this shit out. And I got this list or whatever of items. And there's just stuff that people can buy, and I have no idea what to do with it. And I've looked up videos on how to.
Is it like stickers and stuff like
No,
to
it's like
buy in the chat?
no, it's like if it, like they send you stuff and then you do a video about it and then try to sell it. Because I figured that'd be easy. Like I'm at home with the kids anyway, so they send me whatever pair of earphones or this or that, and I'm like, yo, guys, buy these earphones. These things are really good.
So you want to get sponsored by somebody?
I guess I don't. I really don't know what I'm doing exactly. I'm trying to figure it out. But so I gotta look into that and try to figure all that out. But I'm also just trying to like make my videos better and trying to just drum up more followers. And it's actually working a little bit because I'm doing it on the podcast page and I'm doing it on my regular one. So my regular one, I'm just like messing around, just throwing stuff out there to see what sticks.
Do you think? Sorry, this is kind of out of left field.
No, go ahead.
Do you think that art colleges have implemented like you could take classes on like movie directing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like? Do you think they offer classes for like being an influencer?
Well, it's a funny thing you say something about that because I was reading this thing where one of the streamers or whatever is making a college for streaming and stuff.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened already. It's kind of.
It takes a lot of money.
I mean, it's already a billion-dollar
Yeah.
industry. It's kind of crazy.
So I mean, and
I don't know. I don't know of any art colleges. Like I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Honestly, I can't think of one either. I think they're pretty much being phased out right now. And plus, with the whole AI thing, like you're going to be able to generate whatever you want.
I mean, yeah, it's going to look like shit.
It's going to get better and better.
I mean, yeah, but we're not
like
there.
if you go back from like the
They're
first version to now, like it's a heck of a lot better.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think we're a long ways from it replicating like actual film.
I think we're like 5 years away.
It's too uncanny valley. things look too off.
I think in 5 years you're going to be able to put in what actors you want in a movie, what you want the context to be, how you want it to go.
That's gonna
And
be a lot
then
of porn.
no,
A lot.
well, not for me.
Of porn. No, I'm sure.
But
Like Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know. But I just think that most of all that stuff is going to be phased out. Like actors are already being phased out.
You know, we never talked about that.
What?
I don't know what company did it, but some AI company, the voice of their robot, they reached out to Scarlett Johansson and were like, "Hey, we want to use your voice," and she was like, "Absolutely not. Do not do that." And then when it came out, it sounds like so similar to her,
Yeah.
but it's just off like just a little bit.
Well, Bruce Willis sold his sound and everything off to, I forget who he sold it off to, but he sold it off to like for when AI makes movies and stuff, they can just use his voice and whatnot.
I'm surprised he never did a video game.
Well, he got some illness. I can't remember what illness he got.
Oh yeah, he's got
It was like Alzheimer's or dementia or something.
it's some type of
Or no, he can't talk. Something to do with that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up later.
But that's why he was in all those real shitty action movies in the past like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why. A lot of people will argue over why he did it. A lot of people argue that he did it to, all the money, or to like pay for his medical expenses,
I mean, it's probably both.
or he wanted to just like leave something for his fans and his family.
Well, it's probably all three
like,
then.
Like, wow, he still could.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if I was in his shoes and I knew I only had 5 years and then my acting career was done, I'd be cramming whatever.
That's pretty much what he did.
Yeah. But, damn it. I had something else I was going to say. I'm going blank real quick. You interrupted me and I forgot. Give me a second.
What do you think is the best college in Virginia?
In Virginia?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't really know because I've never really
You gotta know
like
this
ventured
stuff, dude.
out.
I mean, your kid's gonna be going to college one day.
Oh, I know. What college do you think's the best?
I mean, shoot from the hip. My favorite's Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech?
Yeah, but I've never actually been there. I should go tour the campus.
Yeah, you probably should if that's your favorite. Did you hear about that JMU teacher?
Mm-mm.
He got chawed with or he got caught with the kid corn.
Oh,
No,
that's nice. It's not nice, but
cancel this.
Bro, it's so crazy. Have I ever told you the statistics? I think I have. For each military branch, like what their number one Article 15 is.
You might have, but I don't remember.
All right, so some of them are really obvious, right? So like Marine is assault and battery. Army is domestic violence. Navy, sexual assault and sexual harassment. Air Force, child pornography.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. And it's real. Like I know plenty of people that have been caught with it and been kicked out
Really?
because of yes. It's gross. It is so gross. There's this one guy, I didn't know him personally. I just knew about him because he was in my dorm. They were doing dorm inspections like they normally do, and they found like children's, like little girls' underwear. And what? Hang on. I mean, it's gross, but there's still the echo. I can't talk too loud. It's okay. It's okay.
Give me a second. Go ahead. Continue your story.
Okay, so So, anyways, that led them to do like an inspection of the guy, right? And they found like a bunch like of little girls' clothes, and it turned out they had to like get his girlfriend to go like on record saying that she would dress up for him in little girls' clothes. But like that's all. There's nothing illegal about that. So it's just really gross.
Well, I don't know how to go about those types of situations.
What do you mean?
Like, hypothetically, what if you had to like deal with something like that?
What do you mean? Like, give me a situation.
I don't know, like any type of situation like that. Like when it comes to like that type of area.
I mean, I think it's a pretty hard. It's gross, and like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Where's you? I'm a little worried now.
I'd have to get violent with the person.
Oh, okay.
That's like
Okay. You had me worried there for a second. I was
that's
like, where's the confusion at?
that's like my only that's my only way I can handle something like that is just to get violent. Like I don't know, like because just going down that road, like there's no talking. Like I just can't see myself.
Like, there's no like explaining yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Ed, have you ever watched To Catch a Predator?
I watched is that one dude? Uh,
Chris Hansen.
yeah. I watched something about him on
Dude, I can't watch it. It
online.
makes me so angry.
Yeah.
I'm just like, just kill him. Just kill him.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. Hopefully, I never have to go through any of that. That would suck. But all right, let me think about what I was gonna say earlier because it was something good. Oh, it was about my video, like trying to get better at my videos and whatnot. And I wanted to know, how do you feel about making videos?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you feel about like making like a TikTok here and there?
Just me?
Well, I mean, like you can like we can both do it, or like you can.
So this is a conversation that's kind of been a long time coming. I didn't want to do it on camera, but
Let's hear it.
okay. So when we move to my house, I plan to have a lot more involvement
Okay.
with everything.
All right.
We're gonna restructure a little bit.
So you're gonna start making TikToks and stuff.
I'm gonna be a lot more involved. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first we gotta get the building done,
Yeah.
and you won't let me touch it.
No.
So we're gonna have to work on that.
We're gonna be in the middle of something. Something's gonna go wrong, and you'll be like, "It's okay, I got this." And you go pull out your phone and ask ChatGPT.
No, I didn't learn electrician stuff by that.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, when I was going through my whole electrician problem, that did help a little bit. I had to brush up on some stuff that I forgot and whatnot. But damn it, tonight's not a good night. I keep forgetting on what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I couldn't make videos down the line.
Well, I was gonna say like try to just drum up more support and whatnot. Like you could do like a quick like 10-second video. It ain't even gotta be a lot. Just like, hey guys, I'm trying to implement your.
Is that how you impersonate me?
All right, wait a minute. I gotta make my voice a little deeper. Hey guys, this is Sean here. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you. And that's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Now for me, I like putting more context and stuff in my videos for some reason. I feel like it adds more to it. But I mean, your way could be better. We won't know until you try. All right, let's see. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, basically putting out a crap ton of TikTok videos. I got like 20 saved on my phone that I have to put out. I'm actually taking my time with them. I'm not like, just throwing them together, throw some words in there and just pushing them out. I'm like trying to find like the right keywords and all this other crap. I'll teach you if I can learn it right.
I think we should change the name.
What do you want to change the name to, though? What do you think a good name would be? Because I've thought about it. I can't decide on something like better. Are you gonna spit it out?
Poor connections.
Poor connections.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we could try to work with that.
I think it's like wordplay, because it's like internet and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
you get a poor connection.
Well, first
internet-wise.
we'd have to see if anybody has it.
And then that's true.
Yeah.
But then it kind of gets rid of the therapy aspect, right? So we don't have to worry about like giving
bad advice.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's like, and then it's also kind of like poor connections because we're poor and we're trying to make connections with people.
Yeah.
Another one is misconnections.
Misconnections.
My buddy said a good one to me, but I can't remember it. He'll probably message me tomorrow when he watches this and be like, "This was the name I was thinking of."
All right. Well, we'll go down that road when we have to.
I just feel like the therapy aspect invites things that we're not like
professional for.
We're not prepared to handle, I don't think. Or
like what? What don't you think we could handle?
I don't know. What if we did get someone and they're like, "I'm gonna blow my brains out right now." Like, all right, cut production.
Well, no, I'd be like, "Sir, can you please contact this number?" And then give them like a help number.
Yeah. What if they're sitting right here, dude?
Well, I wouldn't invite anybody that's like kind of unhinged in person.
Well, not only that, but like, then what's the depth that we can go to? Because like, what if we get like a rape victim on here or something? Or like, what if we get someone who's actively going through something like that? And they're and let's just say they're.
And then you have me over here laughing.
Good God.
Well, I mean,
I think I'd be the one laughing, and you'd be the one sitting there like.
No, I would try to like, I'd try to keep it professional-ish. I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
Whereas if we get rid of the therapy angle, right, then that kind of opens the door for a lot more shenanigans. I think a lot more.
Well, the thing is we just got to get like people to interact.
Yeah.
That seems to be like the biggest problem.
Well, that's the thing. We call it poor therapy. People think that they have to come on here and talk about their problems. Whereas we did like poor connections, and it's like, no, you just come on and we just chat, talk about your life and what you do and everything like that. Because that's what you keep telling me is what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, we might look into that. And then when I'm just tired of hearing, I'm sorry, goodbye. Bad connection.
Yeah.
All right, that might be a good idea. We'll look into that. All right, let's see. So I had that. I'm just really just trying to get into like a productive like mood or whatever.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I respect that. Yeah.
Because I've been trying to like just stop wasting so much time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm in the house with the kids. I'm like, yeah, they were sick this week or whatever, but like, I still waste a lot of time when I'm with the kids. If that makes sense.
Spending time with your kids a waste of time?
Well, it's not that. Like, they're over here like playing with their toys or whatever.
You're just kind of on observation duty.
Yeah, and I'm just like sitting there watching them, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I'll just play Diablo or like while they're sitting there playing.
Oh yeah, but what else can you do in that time?
I don't know. I feel like I could be somewhat more productive. I could find something to do. Only thing is, I can't go outside. I'd have to like be inside productive or something. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get more productive. If I had some Adderall, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
But I'm a little scared to go down that route.
I'll do it with you.
I mean, I could get it, but I'm just like, what if I just get that itch to where I'm just like, I need it?
I mean, we can cross that bridge when we get there. If you're that worried about it, man, then don't do it.
Yeah. I don't know. The one thing I'm scared of is just like what if it changes me? Because like I know of drug users, and before they took the drug, and then after the drug, they're like two totally different people.
Yeah,
And there's no going back.
yeah. They say
Like,
that you just can't do meth without like changing.
well, not just meth, but like pills, Adderall, Percocets. I mean, around here they're everywhere. So, and you see it a lot. But I don't know. That's my main thing. That probably my main concern. It's like I don't want it to. I wouldn't want it to change me, and then me not like who I would be after the change, and then trying to go back to who I was, and that never works. Like you can't go back. So that's like my main concern. That's one reason why I'll probably never do it. But oh, this is like a off the topic question. This has nothing to do. If you had to go on vacation, where would it be?
Like I get to choose.
Yeah. East Coast.
East Coast.
Because the reason why I'm asking this is we're trying to figure out where we want to go on vacation at. And I'm not the best at picking places.
I go to Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yep, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, that area. We get me a cabin up in the mountain. That was our honeymoon.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can get a cabin here. That's the thing.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot to do in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
Like what?
Well, they got plenty of restaurants, plenty of stores. They got the Sky Bridge, the lift that like takes you up, all sorts of stuff. Go karts. Yeah, Dollywood. That's like an amusement park.
No. I'll have to Google it and see how it is.
They got a Bubba Gump shrimp.
No.
Yep.
That's your favorite place?
What, Gatlinburg? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. You said East Coast, so you kind of limited me a little bit.
Oh, well. Well, I'm not going across the United States. I ain't got that much time.
You should. What? Have you been to Natural Bridge? It's here in Virginia.
I think so.
And there's a safari.
Yeah, I've been there.
Have you taken the kids?
I took Haven when she was like 3, maybe.
It's a nice little hike. It's pretty.
It's not too bad.
Another one is Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but we want to go somewhere for like a week.
Why can't you go to Niagara Falls for a week?
I'm gonna have to look up like what to do there because I'm gonna have 2 kids, so it's not like just like a date week with me and the woman. We're gonna have 2 tag-alongs. These tag-alongs are gonna be constantly screaming for snacks and.
Sounds like you want to go to the beach or something.
Well, see, we went to the beach last year.
Yeah.
And it don't get me wrong, it was okay. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. It's not something I would want to do every year. Like it was fun. I like being on the beach, like looking for seashells, and at night we went and looked for mud crabs and this and that, and then went to all the stores and the parks and stuff down there. But
mini golf also in Gatlinburg. Oh my god, one of my most fucking favorite things ever Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
Is it's so stupid, but I love it. It's this like pioneer mining thing, and you buy like I don't remember, I don't know how much it is now, but it's like a $60 bag of sand, right? And you go over, and they got like water running in this wooden thing, and you pour your rock or your
Like
sand.
a gold
Yeah, but they do it's
screen.
yeah, but it's not for gold. It's for like rubies and emeralds, and I don't know if the rocks are real. They're supposed to be, but like I don't know. I love it so much. I love getting the rocks out of the sand in the water.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I'm like, oh, what's
Alright.
this one? They also have I call it the upside down house, but it's like waterworks or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's really kid oriented. They got like a nail of beds that you lay on, and the person will like raise you up on the nail of beds. Um, whole like jungle gym thing, like a whole room dedicated to like a jungle gym type thing. You'd have to look it up. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh, they also got the aquarium. That's another thing.
I actually enjoyed the aquarium when we went down. What was that place called? It's in South Carolina or North Carolina, one of the two.
Myrtle Beach.
No, that's where she wants to go this year.
Mm,
Is Myrtle Beach.
I don't like Myrtle. I like Ocean City more.
What was that place called? Something Isle. Uh, I can't think of it. It's somewhere down in the Carolinas. Uh, but yeah, she wants to go to Myrtle Beach this year. But I was like, well, I'm gonna have to look up, see what's down there because if it's like the last one, I'm not really wanting to do all that again.
I recommend Ocean City, man.
Isn't that in Baltimore?
No, what it's in Maryland, but it's
Maryland.
more over towards Delaware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at that too.
I love Ocean City. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it has the best boardwalk.
Yeah.
But then if you're wanting a nice aquarium, the Baltimore Aquarium is lit. I think it's awesome.
I remember going there on a field trip.
They got dolphins and everything.
Yeah. You know, it'd be cool
That would be cool.
to like befriend a dolphin. Because it's crazy you said something about that. Like it was the other night, I was watching a TikTok video and this dude was out just fishing and a dolphin came up beside him and he had like fish in his bucket or whatever and he threw it to the dolphin. Dolphin grabbed it and threw it back at him.
That's funny.
But yeah. All right, let's get back on track. Where was I?
I don't know. We were talking about vacation.
Oh yeah. If there was one thing you could improve in your life, what would it be?
Oh god, about myself or
About yourself.
I mean, are we talking like I got to put the work in and do it, or like it's just a snap of my fingers and I'm better in this area?
You got to put the work in.
God, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I mean,
You haven't like thought about like, man, like if I could just, you know, do this or
I'm constantly working on myself though. I mean, especially in the rut that I've been recently, it's like I constantly view myself as a piece of shit, and so I'm like, you need to do better. You need to be better. You need to do better, and it just goes over and over again. Like I wish I was more motivated.
Yeah.
I wish I had more energy. I wish I wasn't so lazy. I wish I didn't smoke pot all the time.
Have you thought about slowing down?
Not until I feel a difference in my meds.
When do you take them? Did you go to your doctor?
Yeah,
What'd they say?
I mean, they didn't really say much. I saw my main doctor and my primary care, and he took it pretty serious. Like the moment I mean, I didn't even really say anything. All I said was, I want to go back on my medication. And they were like, is everything okay? And I said, no. And they're like, all right. And so, but he took it very seriously. He went and got the psychiatrist. He didn't bring him back to the room because I think he was with the patient, but he was like, hey, like, my, my patient wants to go on his meds, blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of annoyed though, because I had been up all night because we were on night shift, and then my appointment was at 8, so I got there. It's in Harrisburg, and I go through the appointment. I get out of there like 8:45. They give me 2 prescriptions, and they're like, "Hey, go to this Walgreens a street over." And I'm like, "All right." So I go there, and it's a drive-through only. I was like, "All right, that's kind of weird." I go to pull through. It's 9 o'clock at this point. The sign on the window says doesn't open till 10. I was like, okay. So then I sat in the parking lot and I was
You
like,
just sat in the parking lot for a whole hour.
well, I was like, what am I going to do? And so I tried calling the clinic back, and it's so complicated. You can't just call the clinic directly. You have to call like a hub up in Martinsburg and then go through the
different
chains to get to the clinic that I want. But luckily, as I was going through, the clinic actually ended up calling me to schedule my next appointment. And I was like, hey, while I got you, I was like, do I have to go to this Walgreens or can I go to any, like CVS, whatever? And they're like, unfortunately, no. If you want to get it for free through the VA, you have to use that one. And I was just like, yay.
Yeah.
So I had to wait an hour. And then the story's not over. Hang on.
All right.
And then, so I'm like, okay, it's 10:01. I got to pull out, and a car comes around me and gets in the line before me. And then, so I sit behind them for about 15 minutes, and then I finally pull up, and they're like, hey, we're like scrambling. And so, it's like 10:15, 10:16 at that point. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, it's going to be about 20 minutes. I was like, okay. So I waited there another 20 minutes to get my pills. And the guy was kind of cool. It was weird. So many different people came to the window to talk to me. I think because it was antidepressants, they were like,
Yeah.
are you okay?
He's got a gun.
And so, yeah. And finally the guy was like, do you have any questions about this? I was like, no. He's like, okay, best of luck to you. Just like, thanks.
You missed some awesome TikTok videos there, sir. You could have been like, what's up, guys? And
what's up, guys? Sitting here waiting on my antidepressants.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's 10:06. You got your phone on you?
You gonna make me look at Reddit?
I am.
Okay.
I threw one in there just because I can't remember.
That's hard to tell with you. Okay, we got. Oh, there's a beetle.
Spider will get it.
Well, he did now.
Spider will get it.
Wife tried to kill me. Now I'm pretty much dead. You want me to click on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This just gives context of just another person's life.
We need to get a third phone.
Actually, I'm ordering one.
This post has been deleted by the person who originally posted it.
Oh, I just read it like 3 hours ago.
Yep. Wow.
All right, we'll do the next one.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my God. This one's like a fucking essay, dude. What?
What
From a man's perspective, is the married guy at church crossing a line?
All right, I can simplify this one. Is this talking about the girl? She's an intern or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. So, you want me to simplify it?
Yeah.
All right. So, you got this, if I remember correctly, 24-year-old female.
21.
21. All right, my bad. 21 female. She's an intern at a church, which is kind of crazy. Like, I didn't know you could intern at churches.
Yeah. Also, I have a story about this, but go ahead.
So she's interning at a church, and the lady she's interning for, her husband is like constantly staring at her, making
Googly
like
eyes.
yeah, making remarks like, "Oh, you're so beautiful, you're always beautiful," this and that. Whenever they're in church, he's just constantly staring at this 21 female intern. And basically, she was just saying that, is it, fuck, I can't remember what she was saying. Pull it up. I read so many of these, I get them all mixed up. And I can't comment because Reddit banned my account. Which I need to check my emails. I'll check my emails after this. While we're waiting on Sean to read this. Hopefully, if you're watching, guys, there's a number right here. If you want to talk to us, text that number. We'll set it up. There's also a number up here, but you can't see it. Other the people on TikTok can. This number right here. All right, give it to me.
I mean, I don't know what it has to do with the church, but she doesn't really specify. But basically, she's working at this church, and this guy just keeps hitting on her, and then finally she's like, I don't want to do anything like with you anymore, or like, I don't want to have any interaction at all.
Yeah.
And she's just like, is he like, basically like, she's trying to see if her actions are justified against what he was doing.
I mean, I would say it's justified.
I mean, yeah, if someone's making you uncomfortable, then I mean, yeah, leave.
No.
Or try to get them to leave. But one or the other. Depends on how.
For some reason, when I was reading that, I thought like, oh, this would be good.
Okay.
All right, choose the next one. I can't remember the next one either. Like I said, I read so many of these that they all get mixed up.
Sex with someone with mania. My wife is bipolar and is currently having a manic episode. When she is manic, she doesn't like me or trust me. She has stated that she's afraid of me. Oh my god, I have a pretty close story about this. Holy shit.
Do you want to tell your story and then continue reading?
I just want to see how relatable this is. It's a long one. That's why I'm not reading it. I'm sorry, people.
He has trouble reading, guys. He tries his best.
Okay. Okay, so basically, his wife, I mean, the way he talks might have something more than just bipolarism. But like, whenever she's in this altered state or whatever, she usually wants nothing to do with him. But then out of nowhere, like they had sex while she was in that state, and he was like, "I don't know how I feel about it," because it was like almost like a different person.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so I had an NCO, Staff Sergeant Todd. He was telling me one time that he was in this relationship with this girl that ended up being schizophrenic, and that like that I think we talked about this before. Schizophrenia can kind of just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. You see people, hear people,
and he said it was like when she went in that episode, it was just a completely different like human being
Yeah.
took over, and that like one time like she tried to kill him, like she chased him with a knife. He had like like cut wounds and shit, and yeah, it was just crazy. And then but then he was like he was telling me one time they fought for like hours, like 4 hours, like wrestling her with a fucking knife, and
Cool.
finally like managed to subdue her, and then she just changed back, and nothing had happened. Like nothing had happened, and he was just like, "Are you kidding me? Like what?"
All right, I got a question. If hypothetically, like, let's say if I was this guy and I was dating that girl, she's got schizophrenia, she's got a knife. Am I allowed to hit her? Like,
I think if someone threatens your life, you're allowed to retaliate.
yeah. So,
You remember Uncle Petey?
yeah,
Okay, let me tell you something he told me one time. Here's a little personal story for Postman. Um, oh, do we get a comment?
it's a spam bot.
Oh, okay.
It
Uh,
happened on Twitch.
so when I hope he's not watching. Maybe I shouldn't name him. We had a cousin that stayed with us for a very long time,
Yeah,
and they had a sister,
yeah,
and that would come down from time to time, and we would camp out in the yard usually. I mean, even me and you did that a lot.
yeah.
Well, one night we were out there, and we were at the Yellow House, and I don't entirely remember what happened. Uh, hang on, let me think. Oh, okay. So I'm laying down, and like the three of us had kind of been heated. We've been arguing, and finally I'd lay down to go to bed, and the sister jumped on top of me and just started wailing on me, right, like in my chest and my face, and like I didn't know what to do, and because that I was so young, I was in my head it was like do not hurt a woman, do not hit a woman, and so I punched her, dude, and then like she started crying, cried to her brother, and then he jumped on me and started wailing on me and beating the crap out of me. And finally, my dad and Petey had like ran over to the tent and like ripped it open, ripped him off of me, and was like, "What's going on?" Blah blah blah. And then eventually things like calmed down. And I was telling my dad, I was like, "Dad, I hit her." I was like, "And I feel really bad about it." And he was like, "Okay." And so he went and got Petey, and Petey came over, and I told him how I was feeling, and he was like, "Let me tell you something." He's like, "If a woman could beat you like a man, she could take it like a man."
Yeah.
And I have lived by that every day. Whenever I see like any interaction I've had where a woman is like bucked up to me or something, I'm just like, "Bring it on, lady. I ain't going to hold back on you."
Well, I don't think I've had that interaction yet. Hopefully, I never have anything like that.
I mean, I was young, man. I was
Yeah.
like 8, 7 or 8.
But going back to that Reddit story, if I had to deal with that, like, oh god, I don't. Hopefully, I don't like jinx myself or something. But hypothetically, if I don't know if she's watching, but if my woman went insane and grabbed a knife, I'm sorry, but I ain't holding back.
I think it's even more. I don't know. It's very different because you also have your kids to worry about.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true
and
too.
their safety comes above anything else.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. I guess try to think of a time like it's just a girlfriend. You ain't got no kids. It's just you and
Headbutt.
this girl living
Yeah.
together.
Ugh. That would be crazy though. Having to deal with that. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with that. So I'm pretty lucky in that field. I think I sent you one more.
Bro, what is with these long ones, dude?
Say the title. I might remember it.
Need advice after finding out my kid's not mine and cutting ties.
I can't remember this one.
Okay, so he's been raising a little girl for 6 years.
That's pretty much yours then.
I mean, yeah, just his life like came crumbling apart. He's getting a divorce with his wife, and
All right. So hypothetically, if you was in this guy's situation, you have a 6-year-old kid, you find out that kid is not yours.
well, I mean, I wouldn't wait that long. I'm doing it right away.
All right, but I mean, like hypothetically, if you was in his situation, for me, if the kid is 6 years old and I find out she's not mine, I'm still gonna raise the kid because I mean she's 6 years old. She's pretty much all she's ever known as dad is gonna be me.
I don't know. I think it.
When your kid gets a little bit older, you're gonna see it differently.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd feel.
I mean, I would still be pissed and I would still divorce
I don't know if
my wife.
I don't know if I could look at the little girl the same. And 6 years in my mind, I feel like that isn't too much time invested.
You think there's still that's just like the right amount of time to have a cutoff
to be like, all right, I can step back and they'll like faintly remember me. I'll be like that weird uncle that was around for some time.
What is what's your oldest memory?
My oldest memory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wrote about it in my book. I got my oldest memory. Is it was my parents were still together, so I had to have been like just turned 3.
Yeah.
And because they didn't divorce till after I had turned 3 or before, or I don't know, somewhere around there. They were still together, and we were in the green truck, and I remember they were arguing about something, and I had done something to make Dad angry, and he was yelling at me, and Mom was yelling at him, and he like aggressively like puts me in my baby seat and whatnot, and like buckles me in, and he's like, oh, yelling and griping and whatnot. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
I remember them just from the moment that we like left the house until we started going down the road a little bit is what I remember.
My oldest memory is I was like 3, about 3, maybe 2.5, probably 3. Is when my sister, my oldest sister, or how would I say that? Yeah, my oldest sister, when she was born, I remember waking up and Mom was gone, Dad was gone, and we lived in the above apartment from my Uncle Scott. And I couldn't find anybody, and I went to the door that leads down to the bottom apartment, and that door was locked. And the door to go outside was locked. So I was like, all right. So I remember this clear as day. I remember turning the TV on. I believe it was Barney, but I can't be 100% sure because I don't remember watching it. I just remember turning it on. And then I remember going to go get my Play Doh because I had these 4 bars of Play Doh. One was green, red, blue, and yellow. And Dad was like strict about me not mixing them. Like if I wanted to play with them, I had to play with them individually. And for some reason, I was just like, I'm gonna mix them. And I remember this like plain as day. And I remember eating cereal out of a bowl. I didn't have no milk; it's just dry cereal. Playing with my Play-Doh, and then Dad comes in through the door, or whatever, and then he sees me with my Play-Doh. He didn't say nothing because that whole day, I was there by myself that whole day. It was like maybe 10 hours because my aunt-in-law or ex-aunt-in-law, however you want to say that, was supposed to watch me because my mom went in labor that day. But my aunt-in-law forgot about it, and I was just upstairs by myself. That's my, I think, oldest memory.
Mixing all that Play-Doh together.
Yeah. Yep. But so yeah, how are you feeling right now? You feeling all right? Are you gonna answer?
Yeah, I feel all right.
All right. I was just gonna say, like, I'm feeling pretty good. But I didn't want to like me go first. I wanted like you to.
You didn't want to start by just saying, "So I feel great."
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a crap ton of TikTok videos. Try to drum up more support, more followers and whatnot.
We are at the end.
And I gotta figure out this TikTok shop because if I can just make money, send it home, that's like the easiest thing ever. Even if it's not a lot, even if it's only like $500 a month or something, that would still be awesome. I could throw that into something. An extra $500 would be pretty great.
Are you willing to say how much you make yearly?
Well, it differs yearly because it all depends on how much overtime I make.
Average.
So this year I made 78,000. The year before that, I made 60 something. And the year before that, I made 83. The most I've ever made in a year was 107. But I literally worked like nonstop. I was working like 6 days a week. I was just picking up all the time I could. That was actually my worst year ever. Like I was my most miserable. So I kind of don't want to do that again. But yeah.
So the reason I bring that up,
Okay.
So I'm a 100% disabled veteran, and
Okay.
I get my disability check, right?
Yeah.
I make like almost exactly 48,000 a year, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm living comfortably.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at, I was like, how much more do I make than the average person? And I looked it up, and then the American average is 40,000.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, I have a house, I have a family, I have a car.
Yeah.
I never struggle to have like food on the table. I mean, I'm not living lavishly, but I'm living comfortably.
Well, that's kind of how I am. But go ahead.
But then like I just don't get it. Like people are complaining and struggling every day out there. And I'm like, how? If you're making, I think like if you're single and you're making minimum wage, then that's probably a hard life. That's probably like 25,000 a year.
Yeah, that's rough.
And that I can imagine that'd
And
be
plus,
hard.
well, you got to also think like rent nowadays is crazy.
Yeah, but rent's not more than my mortgage payment.
I don't know. There was a new place I seen out here, and it was 1,800,
Okay, that one's more than my mortgage payment.
and the house wasn't even that good.
Oh wow.
And going out towards this way, I can't say the street or whatever,
Yeah. You don't want to dox yourself.
but going out towards this way, there's a house up on the hill.
Okay.
It's like a little white house, and that's fine. It still runs. It's a little white house, and it might at best be worth 150,000, and the people are trying to sell it for 470,000. And every time I see it like being advertised, I just want to comment and just, oh, you have no idea. Like, I don't know what it is.
The house directly down from me went up for sale finally, and they went 350,000 for it. God, I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they got a fireplace, but I don't know.
Well, the houses around here, they're not like when I see a house for 300,000 and I'll look through the pictures, I don't see anything worth 300,000.
Yeah.
I see like what at best might be 170, 200.
The housing market is just outrageous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's for people like graduate now, and then like even like, you know, older people trying to get a house now, it is a horrible time because everything is overvalued by like 200%. Like it's insane. But it kind of tempts me to see how much my place is worth and see how much I can get out of it.
Yeah.
Because I got lucky with my place. So I always like, I wonder if I could get a half a mil for this place. Because if that place over there sells for that, I could double what they're doing. So
yeah, you got a lot more land.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to see if anybody buys that place. Just like a test or whatever. And if it does, you might see a for sale sign in my yard.
Where are you gonna go?
Honestly, I'd like to have a place like up in the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, away from everybody. Be kind of cool.
Are you ready to call it?
Yeah. Oh, all right, guys. Like always, there's a number down here at the bottom of the screen. If you're on TikTok, there's a number up here. But yeah, just comment or like, follow, comment, whatever you want to do. Text the number if you want to talk to us. You can text in a confession or whatever, as long as you don't criminally indict yourself and whatnot. But like always, have a good night.
Peace.
Later. Oh, my mouse ain't working. Oh, here it is.